What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Across the Board, sponsored by MBM. Got myself, JD from Line Movers here, along with our guy, Jefe Picks. Jefe, how are things going?
What's up, JD? Things going great, man. It's Monday. It's start of a fresh new week. Big week in baseball with a trade deadline, I believe, approaching next week. So it's one of those, last full weeks where teams are kind of, trying to figure it out. So I'm super excited and yeah, had a great weekend. How about you?
Yeah, man, same. Yes, and as far as the trade deadline is definitely coming up. It's going to be very interesting this next week and a half or so here. So yeah, definitely ready. We got a lot of people in the chat here. Already have a lot to go over. We have our guy Alpha Dog is in the chat. Alpha will be back with us tomorrow. So things will be back to normal then, but he is in the chat now. First comment of the day, Jabo, you are already throwing out games, man, and actually I love it. So we will definitely be going over those. And actually, those first two games that you put up there, they're actually on our outline. So you do not have to worry there. We'll be hitting those. Joe's in the chat. What is up, man? The weekend was very good, and I hope you had a good one also. Um, Looks like Jabo is still in Puerto Rico. I hope you're having a good time there, man. But yeah, Jabo is also excited that actually we have Hefe here. But yeah, man. As far as a weekend recap, we kind of have actually already done that. So I say we just go ahead and get
Let's party, man.
straight into a little baseball, man.
Got a whole lot of baseball today. Good. I think good matches for Monday. Honestly, usually
It
you gotta wait till like the second series of the week for these types of matchups. So it's the weekend, but I think we're getting some really good series to start the week. This one right here, I think, is a depending on how you break this down and who you think in your head should be winning this game. This is either an absolute Vegas begging to steal your money or one of the best plays on the board.
Yeah, and that's why I really wanted to talk to you about this game because I do not have a play locked in, but there's a play that I'm showing a ton of value on, and I definitely want to talk it out with you. But the game that actually we are talking about um, is the Tigers versus the Pirates. Tigers are coming in 60-40. Pirates are 39-61. Going for the Pirates, we have Jack Flaherty on the mound. He's 5-9 on the season with a 4.65 ERA, 1.24 WHIP. This is somebody who I normally like to try to fade. He's actually not a blind fade, but is somebody that I do like to go against. And then we have Paul Skeens on the mound for Pittsburgh. He is 4-8 on the year because they cannot score runs for him. He has a 2.01 ERA and a .93 WHIP. Hefe, yeah, just actually like you were saying. I have not bet this because I don't know what to think about this line. But I'm showing a ton of value here. But I'm going to let you go first here.
Well, first of all, I want to say if you hear kids screaming in the back, I promise I'm running a legitimate business here, and all the kids are not in danger and they're being taken care of very well. So nobody call child services on me, please. Second of all, more importantly, this game. Um, Paul Skeens can't get run support and can't get a win to save his life. I mean, he couldn't even get a win in the damn All-Star game after being given six damn runs. And now you got a team here, and the Tigers are one of the best teams in the major leagues. At this point, it's not even hyperbole. Their record is their record, and I do believe in them. We'll see how far that gets them in the postseason. But in this regular season, man, they got a great lineup. They got probably one of the best pitchers in baseball, and they have good ancillary second, third, fourth guys as well. Flaherty on the mound for them today, but that's not the story. We all know the story schemes. And for me, there's really only one play here, and it's Pirates on the first five. The thing is the money line is heavy. You get anywhere from 143 to 160. I think the money line is very important because I could so see this being 1-1, 0-0, says something stupid like that. That is my official play here. First five Pirates money line. I got it at minus 142 odds, and I think that's a great value for that. I'll tell you what I'm not going to take. I am not going to bite and go for the illusion of the Tigers money line at plus money here. It's odd, and it's too easy to go for that. It shouldn't be at plus money. Not with what we've seen out of pretty much every Skeens a start recently, where the Pirates just end up blowing it at some point through their bullpen or something happens or they don't put up enough runs and they lose 2-1. If you forced me to take a side, like a full game side, I would actually take the Pirates. But I think the safer bet here, and you have to lay a little more juice, is the Pirates' first five. Money line, not spread.
Got it. Yeah, for me, man. As far as my model price goes, which as far as the starters, it obviously takes a lot in as far as that goes. And Skeens is the much better pitcher here by a long shot.
Yeah.
My number's so far off, I don't even want to say it almost.
So off in what way, you mean?
I have the Pirates favored heavy here.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, now you got to tell us.
Yeah, yeah. I have the Pirates favored here in like the minus 170 range. But I don't know if I can back
them. Nah.
But as far as the Tigers, I am not as high on the Tigers as actually most people are. Just like I said on the show Friday, I think that the second half of the season, that they are not going to be nowhere actually near as good as the first half. And they, in the first three games, they didn't really look that great. I believe they went 1-2. The win they got was actually last night.
And to be honest, I watched that game. Sorry to cut you off. I watched that game because the damn Tigers run line was like the final of a stupid little 6-game parlay lottery I had. Obviously, the first 5 hit, and the Tigers could not freaking win 2-0 by 2 runs to save their lives. They did not look good yesterday at all. Let me separate. Scooble looked amazing.
Yep.
The Tigers did not look good. That's how I saw yesterday. So I know exactly what you mean. They're not exactly ripping the ball out of the park right now.
No, definitely not. And and then that's also another point is that they played the Sunday night game, and usually those like Sunday night teams, those are teams that I normally try to fade. So for me, this would be Pirates or their pass. On this card today, I believe I already have 4 plays, and I just don't think I really want to add this on because I would have to go the first 5 with actually you here. But like I said, I just have other plays, and I just don't think.
I totally get what you're saying, JD. It's a large slate. When we started the show saying a lot of great matchups, I get it. You don't want to start your Monday, your week fresh. Books are at 0, having to back the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yep. I totally get that. It makes all the sense. Honestly, I don't want to do it either, but I think the value for the first 5 is showing me that Vegas is like, this is going to be a close game. And if anything, Pirates will take this. J-Bo's asking how I feel about the under, and I think you answered your question in your question. It is too risky. It's not worth it. 7 is a terrible number. And all you need is one swing of the bat to turn that one way or the other.
Yep. Yeah, I have. I'm not saying that I necessarily like the over, but I don't like the under. So yeah, there's how I'm feeling there. But guys, let's go and keep it moving to actually like another great game, guys. We have the Yankees are playing the Blue Jays tonight. Yankees laying
this is such a freaking good game.
Laying minus 120 on the road. Got a total of 8. Yankees coming in 55 and 44. The Blue Jays coming in 58 and 41. On the mound, the Yankees have Rodon. He is 10 and 6 on the year with a 3.08 ERA and a 1 even whip. Then for the Blue Jays at home, they have Gossman on the mound, who is 6-7 with a 4.19 ERA and a 1.16 WHIP. So, Blue Jays are hot, and they've been playing the Yankees and actually teams like the actual Yankees this season very well. This is a home game for them tonight. To me, I really think tonight and this whole series is going to feel more actually like a playoff game. So Jefe, I definitely know that the Yankees are actually your team. So I would love to
Yep.
hear what actually.
Well, I'll be honest with you. This next week is going to be very interesting for the New York Yankees. Everybody knows that the Yankees are probably going to be one of the biggest players, one way or another, in this trade deadline coming up. We all know the names that are swirling around: Eugenio Suarez, other amongst many others. So I think this series is huge. First of all, the Blue Jays have owned the Yankees. I believe they're 4-0 against them this year.
Yep.
The Blue Jays are up 3 games on the Yanks for the AL East. And is this a 3-game or a 4-game set? Let me look that up real quick. That's important to know. This is gonna be.
I assumed it was 3, but it could have been
3. It is a 3-game set.
Okay.
So this is a huge set. Yanks could sweep, and all of a sudden, the AL East is tied for the lead.
Yep.
Blue Jays could sweep, and it's 6 games, and all of a sudden, you're feeling really bad about the Yankees. They could go 2-1 either way, and we don't got to do the math on that. Let me tell you how I'm leaning here. This Yankees minus 120 is interesting to me. They're on the road. Yes, they're coming off of a series in Atlanta where they took 2 out of 3, but the Blue Jays swept the Giants, and they played great baseball. The Blue Jays are playing great baseball, and they own the Yankees. And listen, I would understand if this was Fried on the mound for the Yankees to be favored on the road, but it's Rodon, who he's a solid 2, but he's not your 1. We know that. I think this is a Yankees play. I think this is a Yankees play, because I think Vegas is telling you, look at this. We're giving you the Blue Jays at home. They've won 3 in a row. They won a lot more in a row at home. The Yankees are 0-4 against the Jays this season, and we're giving $2 plus money. Go, come on, take it, please. Not falling for it. Taking the Yankees, and it's one of my favorite plays. This is. I always look at this statement, and then I'm gonna let you go, JD. This is more important for the Yankees to get a win than it would be for the Blue Jays. The win will mean more for the Yankees than a loss for the Blue Jays.
Yep, definitely will.
I
will have to say this is not one of my favorite plays on the day, but I am on the other side of you here.
Oh, you're back at the gas, man.
These are yes, and that's why it's not my favorite play of the day. Because as far as actually Gossman goes, I mean, as far as I like home and in this type of spot is where I want to back him. The walks is always what scares me, though. He has to limit those. If he does not limit those tonight, the Yankees can put up a lot of runs very quick. So that's the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about here. But the Blue Jays, they're one of those teams that I've just been on them. So this is one of those spots where they are hot, and I have been on them, so I'm going to stay on them.
They're definitely hot.
Another thing here, as far as on the road this year, the Yankees are 25-25, while the Blue Jays are the best home team in baseball at 35-16.
Oh, Canada.
So it's just one of those spots. I did. I actually bet them at plus 102. I think the line, I'm not saying there's like a huge edge there. But like I said, this is one of those things where during this time of the year, whenever a team's hot, and as long as I've been riding them, I just have to keep doing it. So that is where I'm at here. Red hot take. Yes.
Yeah, that's actually what I do daily. I run a daddy daycare. So sorry.
Oh, let's move on. Somebody that the Yankees just beat up on, which is my Braves. Tonight we got the Giants at the Braves. Braves laying minus 125, which I think is pretty interesting. We got the total at 9.5. Going for the Giants is Hayden Birdsong. We've talked a lot about him on this show. He's 4-3 on the season with a 4.11 ERA and a 1.42 whip. On the mound for the Braves, somebody else we have talked a lot about this season is Bryce Elder. I think everybody knows my thoughts about him. He is a wonderful 3-6 on the year with a 5.65 ERA and a 1.51 whip. I will start out this one here. And David, I'm not on the Giants, but I would have to agree with this here. I don't think Bryce Elder should be favored over pretty much anybody. The Braves, they just have so many guys hurt. He just has to actually be there. But yes, I do think that. But as far as this game goes, as far as actually Hayden Birdsong, we've talked about him a lot. He is somebody that I'm looking to fade. When he got in this starter role, he's just somebody that I'm not sure that that's where he should really be. So he is somebody that I'm trying to fade. And then on the other side, as far as actually Elder goes, he's somebody we know we're trying to fade. We're all trying to fade him. His last time out was actually versus the A's, and he did only give up 2 earned runs. I was a little surprised by that. He still did give up 8 hits. So the hits were still there. The guys were still on base. He just got those outs when he really needed to. With that said, this Braves team, they have been going over the total because the bats have kind of come back to life, but the pitching is still just not there. And it's one of those very random stats, but I believe I brought it up on a show with actually Jefe back here like a few weeks ago. But the Giants, as an actual underdog, they're a great over team. Because they seem to be able to put up runs also when actually they're in that underdog spot. But because they're the underdog, they normally obviously give up runs also. So I am on the over here. I will say I did give this out to clients last night, and actually we got a 9 flat. It actually has moved up a full half run now. Honestly, I still like it there. Anything under 10. Also, the weather tonight is going to be nice for us. It's going to be nice and hot with the wind blowing out to left center field. So, yeah, I think everything sets up here for an over. And, yeah, the Braves, when we came out of the All-Star break, as far as the Yankees game, they actually beat them. That actually first game, they were looking good. Then in the second game, they went up on the Yankees, and they were leading 7-2. And all Braves fans, got that little bit of hope back. They're like, all right, we're actually doing something here. And then the Braves bullpen completely implodes, and they end up losing that game over 12-8 or something like that.
Yep.
And then yesterday they were just shit, which makes a lot of sense coming off a game where you lost the lead like that and got beat. That makes sense. But anyway, today I do think that both sides here are able to put up runs. What are you thinking, man?
This is, I think once again, Braves are favored here really easily. It's understanding. I don't got to look deep into it. Braves are a better team at home than they're on the road. More importantly than that, Giants have lost 5 in a row. Just got swept by the Blue Jays to start the second half, and they lost their last 2 games before the All-Star break as well. So this is a Giants team that is looking for a win, and they need to win bad. I like your angle here on the total. I'm staying away from this from a side here, as I think the Giants are due, but at the same time, Giants are cold. And, the Braves did hit. They did hit at home over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yankees just hit more in 2 out of 3 games at least. So I'm staying away from a side. I lean towards your edge there on the total, and I like that you got it at 9. Still would take it at 9.5, as I do think both these teams have the opportunity to score some runs today.
Yep. I agree, guys. We're going to keep it rolling, guys. If you have any other games you want us to go over, make sure to drop them in the chat because I know Jabo dropped quite a few, but we're going over literally all of them that he dropped. So if there's any more, then yeah, definitely drop them. But we're going to move on to another great game, guys. We have the Brewers versus the Mariners. Talk about again two hot teams. Um, I mean, yeah, you got the Brewers who are
Nobody hotter than the Brewers.
yeah, and honestly, Seattle's right there, but the Brewers are coming in 59-40 on the season. Mariners 53-46. Seattle laying a small price here at home at -125. Total is 7. We have Woodruff on the mound, and since he came back, normally guys need like a couple starts to kind of
Mhm.
get back into it. Well, he is come right back in and pitched like he never left. He has looked great so far. He is actually 1-0 with a 2.61 ERA and a .68 whip. Um, First two starts have both gone very well. Then on for the Mariners, you have George Kirby on the mound. He's 4-4 on the year, the 4.5 ERA and a 1.15 whip. Fa, we got another great game here. What are you thinking?
Man, Brewer. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I look at this matchup on the scorecard, and I see Brewers are plus 105 at some places. So yeah, they're on the road, but they're and they're road dogs, but slight, very 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 oh so slight, and that goes right around with what you've just been saying. Look at this total. That's crazy, especially in Seattle. Um, you got Brewers who are unstoppable right now, 10 wins in a row. I literally don't know how they're doing it. Um, all of their pitchers are just pitching great. They have some great bullpen arms as well. Um, and it's funny. They traded with the Yankees this offseason. It's like they just got better. They got themselves a new closer who looks like better than their old one. Their old closer absolutely looks shaky to say the least for us. And even the prospect that we traded them, who's playing third base for them right now, is looking great. Brewers are definitely a young team to watch, and watch out for them in the playoffs. I know it's a tight race they got with the Cubs right now, but still, this game today, I'm going to keep it simple. Uh, I'm not going to back the team that's super hot right now. And it's funny. You said something about the Braves in passing in the last breakdown, and that's exactly why I'm going to take the Brewers tonight. You were talking about the Braves in Game 2 on Saturday about the Yankees when they,
Yep.
went up by a bunch of runs. Yanks come back, and the next day they come out flat. It's exactly what happened yesterday to the Seattle Mariners.
Yep.
They were up 3-0. Game was going great. I think they lost that game 11-3,
Yep.
which means that they were up 3-0 and gave up 11 straight to the Astros. That's a tough loss on a Sunday late afternoon to take right into a game against a really hot team. I'm going with the Brewers here. Very interesting fact you said about Woodruff too, because usually when a player comes back and it's his first or second start, you really don't want to back him. You gotta let him get so-called into game shape. This guy's in game shape. Give me the Brewers. I'm not. I don't think this is a trap. I think this is just a team that's on the road. That's why they're a dog, and they're slight dogs. And I think you could get pretty much by first pitch to where the Brewers might be favored.
Yep. Take everything you just said, and that's what I think. I am on the Brewers here. I have bet them at plus 105. This is a spot where I think the Brewers should be the favorite here. Um, and I mean, you like really took all the points.
Sorry.
I think no, it's like I just think that they are the play here. But I do have a question for you. In 3 of the 4 games here, we have a home favorite, a really small one, and that like -120 to -130 range. Now, in previous seasons, that's a spot where I normally like to fade those teams. I normally like to take that road dog in that price range. But this season, those home favorites in that price range have hit at an extremely high rate. Do you think that's just a first half of the season kind of just like a kind of a weird thing, or do you think that's
I
something?
don't think there's a rhyme or reason for it, but I'll say this. I do think in sports in general, other than collegiate sports, because that's different. That's a different atmosphere, and I'll even throw football in here. I think in the other sports, basketball, baseball, hockey, I think home field advantage has kind of gone away.
Yep.
I really do. I feel like that strongly. And even in football, I think it's going away. I just think football is one of those where it's some stadiums still do, give you that little bit of an advantage.
Right.
Seattle's a good example. KC, stuff like that. But I think in baseball, especially right now, we are in the midst of the dog days, right?
Yep.
You're coming up to late July. You got about 4 or 6 weeks here where it's just really baseball. And then, it's just you're going to have some trades, new members, teams are really going to start to fall off versus, climb up. Uh, I don't think right now home away is a big difference, but I know what you're saying because in previous years, this is a run to take the away team. And I still kind of do feel like that. Like I'm taking the Brewers here. The
Mhm.
the Jays. You're on the Jays, but I'm taking the Yanks. The Pirates, another one that is a very slight home favorite. There's a lot of them today on the docket as I'm looking through. Braves, another one that we
Yeah.
broke down. A couple games that we're not going through. I mean, this is a really weird one. We're not talking about this game, but Rangers and Athletics. Rangers are just a minus 120 at home to take care of the A's, who are plus 105 on the road. That's a very odd one in my opinion. But yeah, it is weird. It is definitely weird, JD. Good observation.
And David, yeah, man, the other's kind of like what I should be like. We're all saying here. This just has to be a Brewers play here. I think you could take them on the first five. I think you could take them on the full game. I think you could kind of play them whichever way that you want to. With this low total, probably the team total over is probably also a good play um, because it's going to be low. Um, it's probably going to be a 3.5 with basically no juice. Um, so
Wow.
yeah, I like kind of like them all. But officially, what I've already bet and what I've given out is the full game money line though. Guys, is there any other games you want us to go over?
I'm just looking through the list of games that we haven't went over just to see. Interesting game out in Arizona tonight. Gallen on the mound could be his final start for the D-backs, depending on if you believe he's going to be traded or not by the deadline. Astros, we spoke about them. At least I did. Yesterday they had a big come from behind win. Don't love don't love anything. That game is priced very oddly. Diamondbacks are a heavy minus 145 home favorite. Any thoughts on that one?
For me, as far as the Diamondbacks, I was surprised to see them as that big of a favorite.
Yeah.
I would definitely have to lean towards the Astros side just at that price. But what I actually bet in that game was the over. I
Mm.
do think that both teams, again, in that game, will also be able to put up runs because as far as Gallen goes, we've actually talked about it a lot. He's just not the same guy. Um, been
Weird.
giving up runs, and then I don't have it in front of me. Is it Colton pitching for?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, yeah, Gordon, Colton Gordon. Yeah, he's just another one of those guys where actually like against an actual good like offense, um, he's not a guy I really want to back. So that's why I like the over
Mm-hmm.
more than a side there.
No, I hear you. Another game that I'm looking at is the last one that I have, at least on my docket. Mets hosting the Angels. Senga, second start back since being injured in June. Um, he won that game. I think it was last week or something.
Yeah,
But his at home record this year is wow, 5-1 with an ERA under one at .96. This Angels are they're the Angels. They got Tyler Anderson on the mound. He's 2-6 on the year. His ERA is above 4. This is an Angels team that did just take 2 out of 3 in Philadelphia. So I do want to make sure that that's known. Like they're playing solid baseball, at least in the first series post post break, and I think maybe that's why you can get the Mets on the run line at plus money, plus 110. Mets didn't exactly have a great weekend. They had David Wright retirement on Saturday, and they took a big fat L in that one, but they did salvage it last night by getting a W on the board. Any thoughts on that one? Because I I'm liking the Mets here. It could either be where you could take the Mets on that heavy money line and put them in a parlay with another game that we spoke about, maybe with the Brewers. That would be fun. Or maybe take them on the run line.
Yeah, the Mets would be the only way that I could play it, but I'm staying away from them. I've been staying away from the Mets for the past few weeks here. I just haven't loved what I've been seeing. And like until I see more from them, I'm just not gonna back them.
Yeah,
They're actually not a fade team, but I'm just not backing them yet though.
I know what you mean. They are one of the hardest teams to figure out because their
Yeah.
their lineup should be way better than it is,
Yep.
and their pitching should be way worse than it is. But it's just like not matching up to consistent wins. I mean, look, they're not in a bad spot. I think they're a half game or a game out of first, but that's kind of because the Phillies just can't get out of their own way right now. Um, it's just interesting. I agree. The Mets are. David put up that stat that he thinks the Mets will be on a shopping spree in 10 days or so, and he's talking about the trade deadline. I got no idea, man. I mean, are they going to go out and get a starting pitcher? On paper, that's what they need, but I don't think pitching is their problem. They're players that they're paying hella money to and didn't think would be an issue. I think they have a lot of flaws in that lineup.
Yep. Totally agree. Well, guys, I think it is about that time. That time when we get into some best bets. So, Jefe, how many best bets do you have for us today?
I got two. We spoke about them both, but we'll go over them real quick, guys. Pirates on the first 5 is one of my best bets. It's the money line. I'm not comfortable taking a run line here. I think there's more of a shot that this is tied after 5 than the Tigers win being up. Sorry. And so I'm comfortable with taking the first 5 on the money line on Skeens Day. And then my next one is the Yanks. They need this win. It's not a make or break. It's not season on the line. But I do believe that for their mental, you can't lose this game because that means you are 0-5 against a Blue Jays team that now you have to play 2 more times. They need this win. I think Rodon is a good enough pitcher to keep the Blue Jays bats quiet even at home. And it's going to be up to the Yanks lineup, as it always is, to get runs.
I like it. Well, actually, not that.
No, you don't like it. You don't gotta lie.
Not the last one.
You don't gotta lie.
Yeah. As far as actually last bet, I am on the other side there. Guys, my best bet, I'm actually going to go to a game we have not talked about. That's the Reds and the Nationals game. And what I'm taking there, I'm taking the Reds team total over 4.5 runs. The Reds bats, they've been swinging them well. Then for the Nationals, Jake Irvin is going to be on the mound. He is somebody that I'm looking to fade. But somebody who I'm looking to fade even more is the Nationals bullpen. For actually me, they are the gift that just keeps on giving. This bullpen is just horrible, guys. So this is a game where I think the Reds will be able to get runs off the starter and then off the bullpen also. They are the away team, so they will be up to a bat the full 9 times. So this is my Monday best bet. I also don't mind the full game over there. I believe it's at 9 still. I actually really don't mind that either, but I just want to focus on the Reds and actually what I think they can do. So you can see our bets up on the screen there. I'm going with, like I said, the Reds team total over 4.5. Jefe is going with that Pirates on the money line in the first 5, along with the Yankees on the money line. So everybody can see those there. And Jefe?
Yes,
It's
sir.
it's definitely a really good slate of games. So it's actually looking like the
Oh
first.
man, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a good slate of games for this Monday. I'm actually excited. Like I started the show with, I think these are some great series that I get to see to start the week. I'm super pumped.
yeah. And guys, Alpha will be back with us tomorrow. The show will be back to normal. Um, yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. Jefe, do you have anything to say?
Nah, man. Let's start the week off. Let's start the week off hot, people. Let's do it. Let's get some W's, and that's it, baby. Got to start the week off in the positive. Keep that rolling.
Yes, sir. That is a great way to start the week. Let's see those winners. I hope everybody has a great Monday. Hope everybody has a great week. And as always, let's fucking win. Later, guys.